Welcome to your English class. Today we are going to learn a poem on Romulus and Remus. This poem, Romulus and Remus, is written by Paul-Perrault. This poem is based on a mythology on Romulus and Remus. Now, what is a mythology? Mythology is a collection of myths or stories about a character or some religious or cultural belief. Now, this story is based on the characters Romulus and Remus. You can read along with me. Romulus and Remus were twins. Now, I have also done the book back questions along with this. Now, the question for this is, who was Romulus and Remus? The question is, who was Romulus and Remus? The answer to this question is, Romulus and Remus were twins. Their father was a god called Mars. The twins' father was called Mars and he was a god. So their father was a god called Mars. Now the question in this is, who was their father? Who was their father? Their father was a god called Mars, who had a planet named for him. Now, God Mars had a planet named for him. What is the name of the planet? The planet is Mars. You have read Mercury, Venus, Earth, and the next one is Mars. And Mars, the planet Mars, is named after the Roman god Mars. So he had a planet named for him. It is not only that, a lot of chocolate bars too. Isn't this funny? You must have seen a lot of chocolates named Mars. So even the chocolate was named after the Roman god. And lots of chocolate bars. But they had a wicked uncle. No? Do you see this wicked uncle? What has he done? He put the two babies in a basket, and where is he? He is near a river. They had a wicked uncle. What did he do? Who threw them in the river to die. How sad. He put these two twins in a basket and he let them float down the river to drown and die. But they were rescued by a wolf. What is the meaning of rescued? The meaning of rescued is saved. Rescued means saved. So who saved them? A wolf saved them. But they were rescued by a wolf. They were rescued by a wolf who happened to pass by. Now the she-wolf was passing by and she saw these children, and what did she do? The wolf pulled them from the river. With all her might, she pulled them from the river. The she-wolf, she pulled the children from the river. The wolf pulled them from the river and took them back to her den. The she-wolf took the children back to her den to take care of them. She dried them off and fed them milk. She dried them off and fed them milk. Now, there is a question here. how did the children become healthy again? How did the children become healthy again? The answer is the she-wolf fed them milk and made them healthy again. The answer is the she-wolf fed them milk and made them healthy again. Until they were healthy again, she had given them the milk and she made them very strong, as you can see in the picture. Before long means before it was too long, a shepherd found them. Do you see that? There's a shepherd. He finds those children and they're wondering what these children are doing in this forest, and took them back home to his wife. So the shepherd took these children back home to his wife. The couple raised them as their own, and they took very good care of these children till they became very strong and big. They had a happy life. Now they were taught how to eat not like a wolf. They were given clothes to wear and they were taken good care and they led a very happy life. The twins grew into big, strong men. As you can see, that look at them. They are wearing good clothes and they have become very strong. And don't forget, they belong to the god. They're all God's sons. God Mars, the Roman god Mars's sons they are. So the twins grew into big, strong men. Both leaders with a lot of allies. Both leaders with a lot of allies. Now these two had become leaders. Now they've grown strong and they have become leaders and they had a lot of allies. What do you mean by allies? Allies means they have people who are ready to help one another. So since they are leaders, there might be a lot of chiefs and leaders around and they are there to support them and who are ready to help one another in times of trouble. So that is what it means. So both leaders with lot of allies. They planned to build a city. So Romulus and Remus, they planned to build a city. Now that they have a lot of people who are following them, they said, okay, let us make this place a better place. Let's build a city. But where do you build this city? The friendly wolf first heard their cries. Where did they build the city? The question is, where did Romulus and Remus plan to build the city? The answer is Romulus and Remus planned to build the city where the friendly wolf first heard their cries. The answer is Romulus and Remus planned to build the city where the friendly wolf first heard their cries. But the twins could not quite agree. Now why did they have a tiff? Why they couldn't agree? On what they couldn't agree? They could not decide on the exact location and that is why there was an angry altercation. Now the question is, what led to an angry altercation between the two brothers? The altercation is the argument. What led to an angry altercation, angry argument between the two brothers? The answer is Romulus and Remus could could not decide on the exact location, and that led to an angry altercation between the two brothers. Romulus and Remus could not decide on the exact location, and that led to an angry altercation between the two brothers. So they had a nasty falling out. So they started having an argument, a noisy argument, and they started fighting each other. They had a nasty falling out. Now nasty means serious. Now you need to remember, nasty means serious. An angry altercation. What is the meaning of angry altercation? We have already seen that falling out and altercation both mean the same. It means a noisy argument. So falling out is one phrase and altercation, both are the same. We just came across a nasty falling out. So that means to say a nasty, a noisy argument. So that is the meaning. Altercation also means the same, a noisy argument. And in that fight, Romulus was the victor. Victor means winner. So Romulus, he is Romulus and he became the winner, and Remus did not win. He lost. And then, and very soon, what happened to Romulus? He became, what did he become? He became the king of the great city that was named after his own name. So Romulus became very popular. He became a king. He built the city, and he also named the city after his own name. Now what is his name? Romulus. So he had taken one bit of his name, and that's how we get the name Rome. Rome from Romulus. Yes, Romulus founded Rome. So the famous city Rome is named after the Greek god Mars' son Romulus. That you need to remember, but this is just a mythology, it's just a story, and it's where the name came from. So the city Rome gets the name from Romulus. Although, the poet is saying, although I have often wondered why this name Rome should have been called Rom, right? So because the name has Romulus, R-O-M-U-L-U-S. So it should have been called Rom. Why is it called Rome? So humorously he's just putting across, saying that it is just a myth. Yes, it's just a story, and I wonder why this name Rome, from where does it come? Does it come from Romulus? But if it comes from Romulus, it should have been R-O-M, and why is it R-O-M-E? Okay, now this is just a story as how Rome got its name. Now you will watch the video that I have sent. Now it is there on your ebook also. The audio file is also there on your ebook. Now see that you play it over and over again, and you recite the poem, record it, and send it to me.
Romulus and Remus by Paul Perrault. Romulus and Remus were twins. Their father was a god called Mars, who had a planet named for him, and lots of chocolate bars. They had a wicked uncle who threw them in the river to die. But they were rescued by a wolf who happened to pass by. The wolf pulled them from the river and took them back home to her den. She dried them off and fed them milk until they were healthy again. Before long, a shepherd found them and took them back home to his wife. The couple raised them as their own. They had a happy life. The twins grew into big, strong men, both leaders with lots of allies. They planned to build a city where the friendly wolf first heard their cries. But the twins could not quite agree on the exact location. They had a nasty falling out, an angry altercation. And Romulus was the victor, and very soon became the king of the great city that he named after his own name. Yes, Romulus founded Rome. It's where the name came from. Although I've often wondered why, it's Rome instead of Rom.